What's happening, YouTube? Shit, I just came at you, man. Let you fellas know a little something about talk a little bit about gearing, man. It has a lot to do with going fast and the life of your ESCs and engines and stuff. I believe. I mean, it might just be for the engines, but check it out. There's a app out there on it's called CalRC. I use it to check my gearing, so this way I'm not running my engines hot. This one runs. This is a Poseidon, as you can see, P1515 2200 kV. So this one runs at 50,000 revolutions per minute, RPM. So what I had my setup for on this car was would run the motor at 55,620 RPMs, which is too much. So it was running warmer or hotter than it should have, because it's an engine that should run, cool. So I did my homework and pulled it off, and I kept my same setup, gearing and everything, and I put this TP powered motor on here. This is 2310 kV, and we're gonna see how this one fares out. I wanted to go run it this morning, but it was raining, so I know the ground's probably still kind of wet, crappy traction, even though the sun's starting to come out. Maybe a little later on I'll get out there. But yeah, fellas, make sure you check out your gearing so you don't wear out your equipment. Glad I saved this, because I only ran this engine 3 times, and the 3 times that I ran it, it was, like I said, it was warmer than it should have been, and I noticed it, so I stopped the runs. But if we don't, then we spend all this money for these engines and ESCs, and then we wind up killing them. So I just wanted to give y'all that a little bit, man. Just a little something to let y'all know. But this is a great engine. I'm just gonna probably run it on 4 cell, because when I run it on 6 cell with the gearing that I have on this, it runs it past the spec. 4 cell gives you good speed, and I just have to play with your gears, play with my gears. I just didn't want to change the gears on here, because I got a reason why I want this one the way it is. And this one here, it's got a cool 2150 kV motor. So it's not a very high name motor or nothing like that. But I will say that it does perform. It's pretty good. I test all kind of stuff. I mean, I got all kind of ESCs and motors and just other ESCs back here. I just test all kind of stuff to see, like, well, who's got what, and I find out who's got moves basher equipment and what's speed runner equipment, what's gonna be good for drag racing and stuff like that. I love RCs. But man, like I said, fellas, just to make sure you check out your gearing. It's a little app I use called CalRC. Check them out, man. It'll help you out a lot. They'll give you your speed and your RPM and your final gear ratio once you plug in your internal gear ratio, your spur, your pinion gear, your voltage, whatever battery cell you're gonna be running, and the motor you're gonna be running, the kV, and the wheel diameter, and it'll give you your final gear ratio, the motor RPM, and your top speed. So check it out, fellas, man. Don't tear your stuff up. Check it out and save your stuff. All right, be easy.